Yes, people. What's happening? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another daily transfer update. Big up to everyone that's locked in the chat already. Make sure you smash a like and make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. 35 subs away from the 6K mark. Can we do it tonight? That is the plan, guys. So if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It takes seconds and we could well hit 6K tonight. So let's get it done, people. In terms of transfer news today, we've got the latest on Callum Hudson-Odoi's exit from Chelsea. The Blues obviously closing in on a move for Petrovic, the Serbian goalkeeper from the MLS, around £11.8 million. All the latest in a pursuit of an attacking signing that we desperately need before the window closes. And the latest on a potential Brennan Johnson, Andrey Santos swap deal that would involve the young Brazilian going on loan to Forest for the season as part of a potential deal for the forward Brennan Johnson. So as always, guys, there is loads and loads to get into. No update as of yet on Conor Chukwuemeka's injury. We're still awaiting updates on that one. Hopefully, it's not as serious as it looked and he won't be out for too long. But there's no update as of yet on his injury. But Chelsea are definitely 100% looking for an attacking player, someone that can play number 10 and can also play as a winger. Who that person is going to be is anyone's guess. I'm not sure. We've got a little update on Chukwuemeka as well, which we will dive into very, very shortly, guys. But at the same time, your guess is as good as mine as to who this attacking player could be. It's not Elise, we know that. I don't think it's going to be Jeremy Doku. I'm pretty certain it's not going to be Bacola either. So we're at a point where we're thinking, well, who's it going to be? I mean, is it really going to be Brennan Johnson? Guys, are you seriously going to be signing Brennan Johnson as our attacking reinforcements and answers to creativity and goal issues? I mean, no disrespect to the kid, but I'm not sure that's really going to be answering our problems at this point in time. But anyway, guys, as I said, smash a like, subscribe if you're new around here. Let's dive into the show. Let's say hello to a few people in the chat and see what is going on. Swapping Santos for Brennan Johnson sounds like one of the worst business things we could be possibly made. Yeah, not great. Let's big up my guy. If this Johnson and Santos swap, they're serious. No, it's a loan deal. He would be going on loan. It wouldn't be an out-and-out swap. But I still don't necessarily agree with it either. I hope we sign a striker and number 10, 2 weeks of the transfer window to go. We've got 11 days left. There is an absolute obsession to sign. Yeah, well, that's the plan we're going at. Okay, what's the real problem with this? Chelsea. Santos is the future of the midfield. Can't swap. No, he'd be going on loan. But if it's possible, we work with two, Brennan and Santos. No, it's not. It's being considered as a loan deal, not an out-and-out swap. More signings is meant to have an experienced striker. That's it. Sorry, and a keeper. Yeah, we need more. We do need more signings. Yes, big up the logo. I hope we win against Luton. Can you imagine the meltdown if we don't? Bro, I can imagine the meltdown. We need to. We need a goal scorer, so we go to Forest, Brennan Johnson. Yeah, I don't understand it. Morgan Gibbs-White is certainly a lot better than Johnson, in my opinion. He'll be a good squad player while Nkunku's injured and very impressive. Yeah, but if they're charging £50 million of Brennan Johnson and Gibbs-White's their best player, then they're absolutely going to be charging more for Morgan Gibbs-White. And I don't know how much money the club are looking to spend. The blue is in my heart. I never give up. No, is that exactly it? Yes, Chester, they're big up. Gibbs-White is the only player I'd take from Forest. I agree on that. Yeah, it's only a loan. Still, yeah, I don't understand the Johnson move. Hope the injury's not serious. Agreed on that. Bring me Morgan Gibbs-White is phenomenal. I wanted him last year. Yeah, no, he's a good player. Banter of other clubs' fans are unreal. It's just one game. Yeah, I know it's mad. I mean, let them enjoy their moment because we won't be down for long, people. We won't be down for long. Forrest Johnson's level a brilliant player for Forest. We don't want Johnson from Forest. Fair. I mean, yesterday was interesting. We have to be patient. We will be okay. It's just going to take time. It is going to take time. Yes, Sizcad, big up my guy. Still can't believe what happened yesterday. Hope it gave the lads a wake-up call. I'm sure it has, and I'm sure it will do. And luckily, we've got another game on Friday, which is great, and it's a very, very winnable game as well. Carlton, big up. Thank you for your support, as always. But people, let's dive into the brief update we've just had on Conor Chukwuemeka. Now, it's not an update on the injury per se, but Conor Chukwuemeka had a scan today on his knee injury, still waiting to hear the results. But early suggestions last night were that it was an MCL injury. Chelsea should let us know more soon. Like I said, MCL were initial fears. Hopefully, it's not as serious as that. And then whilst we've got a low-grade MCL is the best we can hope for if it is that. We've missed 2 league games if that were the case. Our luck's rotten, so it's probably more. Yeah, an MCL injury is not ideal. I think it's a medial collateral ligament. not ideal there at all. I mean, do you know what's mad? Like, I just don't understand. Why do we pick up so many injuries? And it's not even like we're picking up sort of little niggles and knocks here and there. This is like big injuries we're picking up. Nkunku, bang, out until January. Fofana, ACL in pre-season. We had obviously Broja, ACL before the World Cup. Who else we got out? Reece James out at the moment. There's so many players out. Badiashile still out. It seems that whenever Chelsea pick up an injury, it's never just like a couple of weeks out. It's like full-scale months on the sidelines. And it's so annoying because Carney, rightfully had a good preseason. He had a good game against Liverpool. He's getting his moment in the lineup, like he's deserved and like people have been calling for a long time. He's delivering. He got a great goal yesterday, and now bang! It looks like it's come crashing down again, which is just it's not what we want, people. It is not what we want at all. But I don't understand. Like, something needs to be looked into. Not necessarily just at Chelsea, or definitely at Chelsea, but just in general. Think about how many serious injuries we've already had, like two games into the new season starting. Some serious injuries. You look at the likes of Urian Timber ACL. There's many more out there, but we've had a large number of injuries, long-term injuries in a real short space of time, not just at Chelsea but also in the Premier League. I don't know if it's because we're not conditioned or what it is, but yeah, it's pretty peak to say the least. I don't know what's going on. I've seen that initial. It's what I've got up on the screen now. Initial fears of an MCL injury. Again, I don't know how long that's out for, but that's definitely at least a month. We're looking at months rather than weeks here, people. No two ways about it. We're absolutely looking at months rather than weeks. And it's just so unlucky for Carney because he's had to bide his time. He wasn't treated well by the club last season, in my opinion, getting poverty minutes when he should have been playing a lot more, considering how shit everyone else was. And then he gets his start in the team. He's had a great preseason, as I said. He's playing really well, and then this happens. From seemingly something completely innocuous, he was barely walking when he left the ground, and it's just a real shame, people. It's just a real shame that this has had to happen, guys. I just can't believe it. I really can't believe it. It's honestly, it's mad. It's mad. But it is what it is. That is the latest on Chukwuemeka. He's had the scan. That is fears that it could be an MCL injury. Probably months on the sidelines, but Chelsea should let us know more soon. Whether that means tonight, whether that means over the next couple of days or so, I'm not too sure. But that is the latest on Conor Chukwuemeka's injury. And guys, I think we are just waiting for the inevitable bad news, which would be another real big blow to the side right at the beginning of the season. That is the latest on Chukwuemeka's injury. In terms of other news, people, again, look, we're purely speculating here. I'm not a doctor. MCL, I think ACL is worse than MCL. I think now I've got. To be honest, I don't really know if it's worse than that or not. But yeah, it's not looking good for Carney, which is a real shame considering he got himself fit and considering he'd got himself into into the side and playing well. It's just a real shame for a young guy that has been doing so well this season. But we hope for the best. We hope for the best on it. But we're just now awaiting the results of that scan. But the initial fears, guys, are it is an MCL injury, which I think is a medial cruciate ligament or something along those lines, people. So yeah, that is the disappointing news so far. We are still awaiting full diagnosis from the club and full timescale of events. But the goal was class as well. The drop of the shoulder, the whip into the corner. Yeah, it's peak. It's peak for us. MCL isn't too bad. Worst case is grade 3, and that's a couple of months out. Yeah, look, again, I mean, I'm not a doctor. That's the case, and that's the case, and it's not a complete disaster, but it's not ideal. It's 2 months out, but then it's probably a month to get back fully fit again. So you're really looking at 3 months before you're playing again. So at that point, you're getting towards the end of another season. Sorry, the end of the first part of the season. It's kind of mad. It is kind of mad, but it is what it is. This is where we are right now, and something needs to be done. The medical department needs to be looked into because it's just it's a madness. It's a madness what's going on. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, it's peak. It's peak. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know what's going on with these injuries, but in Nkunku, Fofana, Badiashile, everyone's getting injured. Gallagher to Spurs, £40 million. We're going to get into that right now. Let's have a quick look. I mean, Felix is another classic example. I mean, but yeah, it is what it is, people. Let's dive into this Conor Gallagher news then. Simon Phillips. Let me just find it first. Let me just bring it up on screen. Is this it here? No, this is the homepage. What have we got popping off here? Oh, come on. Where is it? Oh, yeah, here we go. So apparently, according to Court Offside, which is not necessarily the most reliable source of information, but anyway, Tottenham are discussing the possibility of making a £40 million offer for Conor Gallagher. Chelsea unlikely to do business, though, because Mauricio Pochettino would prefer to keep him. Everton and Brighton are also interested. Now, of course, we know that Everton are interested in him because they bid for him, I think, in January, £45 million. But obviously, he didn't want to go to a club playing near the bottom of the table. Fair enough. Conor Gallagher is better than Everton. Everton are absolutely pathetic as a team right now. Don't look anything like a Premier League side at all. And Brighton potentially interested as well. I could see him doing well at Brighton. I don't think Gallagher, who's been a Chelsea boy through and through, has come through the academy and whatnot. I don't see that being his choice of move. But again, I think it's clear that it depends what sort of offer comes in, because we know West Ham are also interested in him. I can see what Pochettino likes about Gallagher in terms of his profile, his attributes suit what Pochettino likes from players: hard work, he's high press, energy, covers a lot of ground. So maybe he stays potentially, but I don't know how often he plays now, because realistically now, Conor Gallagher is the only number 10 in the squad, people. The only number 10 in the squad at this point in time with the injuries. Yeah, we turned down 45 from Everton. I think it was in January, 40 million plus 5 million add-ons. That's what we turned down. Look, Gallagher's going to be one of those that it's going to be all options will be on the table until the window closes. There could still well be an opportunity that presents itself that Gallagher leaves the club come the end of the window. But there's every chance that he still stays as well, and he stays and he wants to fight for his place. And I've got no issue if he wants to stay and fight for his place. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens on that front. But I haven't got an issue with him wanting to stay and fight for his place. And I just find a move to Spurs. I mean, look, Gallagher can play as a 10. He absolutely can. When he was on loan at Crystal Palace, he played as a 10. And he, particularly in that first half of the season, he was electric, getting a lot of goals, and he played really good. Well, I mean, yeah, right now, but I mean, there's no conversation about Chelsea and Everton. I'd keep Gallagher, loan Santos, Chukwu. Please not a Brennan Johnson swap with Santos, because Santos is much better. I agree. Let him go to Conor Gallagher, but now Chelsea fans want him. He's a great squad player. Should stay for me. Like an RLC, no complaints and always fights. Yeah, I agree. Do you think we will sign a backup number 10? We have to. Whether we will or not, I hope so. I don't know who it's going to be. We will dive into that. By the way, guys, there's 90 people locked in the building, and there's only 31 likes. People, we need to get those likes up. We need to get at least to 100 likes, people. So if you're freeloading the content right now, you've not smashed the like, make sure you hover over that thumb button, click the like button. Likes are really important. It helps with the algorithm. It helps spread the stream to more people, get more eyes on the channel. So make sure you hit that like button, guys, and boost the likes. Let's get it up to 50 first, but let's get this well on the road to 100 likes, people. I've set 150 likes target. We normally hit that almost every stream. So come on, people, do your best. Help me out here. It's great interacting with you. So let's get these likes up, guys. Likes going up, people. And if you're new around here and you're not subscribed, we are now 33 subscribers away from the big 6K, guys. So if you're not hit that subscribe button and you're locked in now, please click that subscribe button. It's free. It takes seconds. And we are now 33 subscribers from the 6K. So please help me out on my journey to 6K. And let's hope that we can get there tonight, people. 33 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now, people. Yeah, the Gallagher stuff. Look, I guess to just kind of round out on that situation is that for me, if he wants to stay and fight for his place, no problem. This is obviously banter. You're not. No. Spurs are the third biggest club in London behind Chelsea and Arsenal, and that's the way it always has been and the way it always will be. Tottenham are discussing. Look, I would be shocked if Conor Gallagher went to Spurs this summer, but I wouldn't be shocked if he left. Look, ultimately for me, if a suitable offer comes in and Gallagher wants to leave because he's going to play more first team football, then I'm open to that and I don't have an issue with it. At the same time, if Gallagher wants to stay and fight for his place and he can be of use and Pochettino likes him, no problem. I'm also okay with that as well. So either way, whatever happens with Gallagher, I don't have an issue. I don't have an issue if he wants to go or if he wants to stay. If we can get decent money for him, so be it. But otherwise, I don't have an issue with with him going. That's the reality. I do not have an issue with him staying or with him leaving. But let's wait and see what happens. It's certainly an interesting one to watch over the last sort of 10, 11 days of the window, people. It most certainly is. I mean, let's wait and see what happens with him. But as I said, I wouldn't rule him out leaving or staying. Both options are still fully on the table. It just depends what offers come in, and it depends on what his mindset is, and if he wants to leave the club or not. So that is really the latest on Balogun. Yes, Razan, big up. What are we thinking with all these signs? Let's just train these guys and bond everyone. Looking, Jan, maybe. I'd only accept an experienced striker with proven record. We need some more attacking options. We've got 3 wingers. We need 1 more. We need a number 10. We do need 3 more signings, in my opinion. Apparently, we're using AI to recruit players. Not heard that. I don't think Balogun will do it for us because we need someone with a bit more experience like Vlahovic. Again, you can't fully rule out Chelsea maybe getting desperate and towards the end of the window. Lukaku still no takers for his signature. We could be in a situation where maybe that Vlahovic deal gets revisited. But as of now, it is fully off the table as of right now, people. That is for sure. What else have we got popping off in the chat? I'd rather play Martson right wing than sign Johnson. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that Martson's not got as much of a look in considering he had such a good pre-season, but it was always going to be difficult for him to break into the starting 11 and certainly get regular minutes. That was always going to be the reality of the situation. It was always going to be difficult for him. And to be honest as well, in regards to Vlahovic also, I don't think he wants to leave Juventus. Juventus would be happy for him to go, but they don't necessarily, I don't think he wants to leave. What else have we got? Yeah, we've done that. Spurs don't have Man City is becoming popular in the US now. I think Conor Gallagher needs to decide ASAP. Likely another defender sign. We won't sign any more defenders. No, I would not sell Gallagher. What? I don't think Gallagher would go to Spurs. No. Yeah, Vlahovic did score. People forgetting Madueke exists. No, but bro, in terms of our wingers, look, we've got 3 options, right? We've got Mudryk, Madueke, and Sterling as out and out wingers. I'm not counting like Martson as a fill-in that could play there. Martson is not a winger by trade. We need 1 more. We desperately need some more, another option in there, another creative option, someone with an eye for goal. So yeah, Conor should not be sold in this window. The team must be stable before he leaves. Vlahovic is in love with Italy. Look, look, if Vlahovic wanted out, he would try and force a move, and I just don't think that is the case right now with Vlahovic. I just don't see that being the case at all. This is great. Breaking news that Manchester City have reached a total agreement with Rennes to sign Jeremy Doku for just over £60 million. Medicals scheduled for this week, contract signing on the weekend. So it looks like Man City and Rennes have reached an agreement for the signing of Jeremy Doku. So that is someone that Chelsea were linked with over the last few days. And now that is not going to happen. Chelsea will not be signing Jeremy Doku, guys. It looks like he is set to move to Manchester City. Maybe we should go for Mouani. PSG are well off on the asking price. Well, if PSG aren't meeting the asking price, then I'll be honest, guys. There's no way that we're meeting the asking price. I cannot see us meeting the asking price, people. I just can't see it. That's what I mean, bro. Why put Martin on right wing? Yeah, we absolutely do. Sterling needs to step up. Sterling, in fairness to him, has had two very good games for us this season. Liverpool, he was good, and then in West Ham, he was the standout player on the pitch for us. So let's hope that form can continue because we are going to need him this season. Do you think if we don't sign a striker and nobody signs Lukaku, should we play him? No, I don't think that at all. Why don't we just play the team we played before in pre-season is a mystery. Has Mawani even got a good scoring record? Oh, to be honest, I haven't actually looked at Kolo Mawani's goal scoring record, but I think he's pretty set on going to PSG. He's agreed personal terms on a 5-year contract. So yeah, that's kind of the reality of the situation. I can't see him coming. We need a creative attacker who can create opportunities for the strikers and can score goals himself. We need to sort out the penalty takers out immediately. Oh, bro, I said the same thing yesterday. I think absolutely it was Sterling's best game in a Chelsea shirt, 100%. Best game since he signed for the club. No two ways about it, people. It absolutely was. Sterling did step up. Everyone else stepped back. Agreed. Man was electric. Yep. I hope Sterling do some damage on Friday when we play Luton. I agree on that. Let's move away from this Conor Gallagher stuff. As I said, I doubt he's going to join Spurs, but I wouldn't rule him out of leaving the club before the end of the window. Anyway, let's move on, people, and let's discuss the next news. Let's talk about this report from the Daily Mail saying that Nottingham Forest have turned to Chelsea's Andrey Santos as they look to bolster their midfield, and that could help Mauricio Pochettino. Chelsea have been considering Forest's Brennan Johnson for a number of weeks, and the idea of loans, such as Santos, plus cash to secure the Wales international appeals to some staff at the club. We're also going to talk about following Balogun as well. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of strange what's happened to Andrey Santos, guys, in terms of, obviously we signed him, great prospect. He's done really well on his loans, done really well in the age group teams for Brazil. Had a fantastic preseason. Was really played really well. Could prove that he could play that deep lying six. That could play that number 6 role in the preseason. He's played a lot of minutes in preseason, and then all of a sudden, you get to the start of the season, he's not played a single minute. He wasn't even in the squad yesterday. He wasn't even in the matchday squad yesterday, which is kind of mad. Wasn't even in the matchday squad. I'm not sure what's happened. He just disappeared. And look, I know at the moment, we've got options. We've got Enzo, we've got Caicedo, we've got Lavia. Those are the 3 main ones. Conor Gallagher's there. Conor Chukwuemeka's there. Obviously, Andrey Santos as well. Look, in terms of options for the pivot, you need 4, in my opinion. And look, Santos can definitely be that 4th option alongside the other 3. But at the same time, is it going to be best served for Santos to be picking up a few minutes here and there? Would it maybe make more sense for Santos to potentially go on loan this season, go on loan to a top 5 European league, go maybe a Premier League loan if possible? But it is strange how he featured so prominently in pre-season, had a really good pre-season, proved that he was at the level, and then he just hasn't had a look in at the start of the season at all. We're going to get Pino and some others. Pino from from Villarreal. 1 injury, and we will need Santos and Brennan Johnson's. Yeah, true. We will. Just put in a huge bid for Brennan. I think they need him now. Then he just disappeared. He did. Madueke until yesterday didn't have a sniff. Yeah, that's because he wasn't fit. That's because he had picked up a slight hamstring injury in the Euro in the Euro under 21s, and they didn't play any minutes in pre-season. So he's just been gently eased back in, which is why he's not. I mean, Welsh players have never been too. I mean, well, obviously you got the obvious in Giggs and Bale, but outside of that, there's not been a huge amount. I would keep him as a squad player. I probably would as well. I'm guessing Ugo Chukwu has overtaken Santos. Well, I don't know. It appears that way at this point in time because Ugo Chukwu came off the bench before Santos did against Liverpool. And then Ugo Chukwu was on the bench yesterday whilst Santos wasn't. So maybe Ugo Chukwu is ahead of Andrey Santos right now in the pecking order. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with that situation, to be perfectly honest, guys. I'm really not sure what is going to happen. Loan Santos, keep Gallagher. Should be playing first team. I agree. Brennan Johnson's a decent player. However, is he at Chelsea's level? I don't know. I mean, look, he could be potentially. But again, I look at that as a signing and I just think, guys, does that really move the needle for what we need right now? Does that move the needle in terms of, shit, we desperately Like, we need someone. We need someone that's going to be creative. We need someone that's going to score goals. And for me, Brennan Johnson doesn't, tick that box of someone that's creative and that's someone that is going to score goals. I'm just not sure. I'm really not sure if that's going to be the case, people. I just can't see it, guys. I really can't see how Brennan Johnson moves the needle the way that we need the needle to be moved, guys. I just don't see it. We need to sign every Chelsea fan TV employee. I mean, mate, I'll be honest. I'd be up for signing, but I wouldn't be any good. Yes, big up my guy. What else? Poch needs to stop overthinking things and use a back four. I think we need to invest in an experience for that attacking position. Yeah, I mean, look, what would be perfect is someone like Olivier Giroud. Like, when we sign Giroud, we need to find someone like that at the point when we sign Giroud. And there's not many of those guys out there, and I don't know. I just don't know what the options are. But of the three we've been linked with, it now looks like that Brennan Johnson seems the most likely right now, unless we're cooking something up behind the scenes. And it's going to be, yes, a pleasure, my brother. Glad it arrived safely and it fits and all that, and you're enjoying it. Pleasure, no problem at all. What else have we got popping off? But yeah, we're saying here, I don't know why we get Lavia when we got Gallagher, Santos, and Hugo. It's obviously part of the plan. What else have we got? Only thing I know for sure is I'm sick of wing-back football, and Chile's not a left midfielder. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know why, when we've got wingers like Mudryk, etc., sitting on the bench, and he's playing Ben Chilwell at left wing, playing Chilwell left wing and Malagusto right wing, essentially. And then Levi Colwell, who is not a left back, ends up playing left back. It's there's a few things for me right now that definitely aren't adding up. That Dybala deal looks pretty nice now, don't it? Maybe we should have. I mean, look, the Dybala deal's dead now. It's not happening. I mean, look, I think Carney could have had a breakout season, but it looks like he's going to be on the sidelines for a little bit. Swap deal Lukaku for Dybala. I mean, they've just signed Duvan Zapata from Atalanta, so they're not going to get another striker now. We lost one match. The hate on Pochettino, yeah, it's kind of mad. We were getting laughed at when Danny Elmo was the alternative in case we failed signing Mudryk. We're not going to get Elmo. Totally disappointed. What's with the back three? Disassi making stupid mistakes. Caicedo not fit. Best bit is, why was Enzo taking the pen? Yeah, I don't know what the situation is with that. I really don't. Yeah, we can rule out Doku. I did mention it earlier, but yeah, Doku, we can 100% rule Doku out. That would have been an exciting signing, and I would have been pleased with that. But yeah, we can rule out the Doku signing. Fee around £50 million. Yeah, it's a shame, really. So, and I still think that Bacola is set for PSG. That leaves us Brennan Johnson, and then what else does that leave us with, guys? Anyone else got any other options? Kudos again. I did a video about it the other day on the channel. Why have we not spoken to Mohamed Kudus for over 20 days? Like, the deal is there to be done. Why are we not going for Kudus? The only reason I could possibly come up with as to why we're not going for Mohamed Kudus is because of the AFCON, where we'd lose him and Nicholas Jackson, because otherwise it literally makes zero sense. It makes absolutely no sense why we would not go for Mohamed Kudus and go and try and get the deal done. I really don't understand why we wouldn't be doing that. Why would we not be doing that? That is the thing, people. I'm totally unsure on that. I just really don't get it. I really, really don't get it at all, guys. No, Willie Nonto from Leeds, don't want him. Liao signed a new contract, not happening. Sad and painful as it is, family, we shall bounce back. Yeah, no, we will bounce back. I think Poch doesn't trust Mudryk enough. That's why he's playing Chilwell as left wing. Look, maybe it appears that way. Maybe Pochettino maybe Mudryk's not earned his full trust yet. It's certainly a possibility. Yeah, I mean, obviously, that was the first penalty that Enzo's missed in his career, which is kind of typical. If we play back four with Chile as left back, that's what we should do. We should go all. Jackson needs to be taking penalties. Yeah, maybe. Yesterday was really painful, mate, but we'll be there. Keep positive. Yeah, no, we will be. We'll be back stronger. Look, the Kudos thing is kind of a mad one. Ajax raised the fee to 50 mil and now are reluctant to let Kudus go. They'll let him go. And Kunku's going to be just about fit in January. So, yeah, it's going to be kind of a mad one. But yeah, I really don't understand the Kudus situation. I just don't get it. Maybe we might go back in for it. Look, West Ham are struggling to agree a fee with Ajax, but I've just got this feeling that if we generally wanted to go for Kudus, we would have got this deal done because it's an easy fee to agree with Ajax. It's not a problem to agree personal terms with Mohamed Kudus. So yeah, I don't get it. I really don't understand it, people. Why we haven't gone back in for him. It's an interesting one. It's a strange one in my book. I don't know why we've not done it, but you know, it is what it is, people. It is what it is, mate. There are obviously reasons why the club don't fancy it, or why Pochettino doesn't particularly seem to fancy it. But for me, it is the most obvious option out there. It's the most obvious option out there. You know, Mohamed Kudus in terms of what we're looking for, a number 10 who can play wide and who scores goals. That is Mohamed Kudus down to a T. I just don't understand, guys. I just do not understand. But I mean, people, what options do you think are out there for the club? Because it's clear now, out of Bacola, Doku's going to City now, and Brennan Johnson. It appears it was going to be one. It was going to be one of those three. It's now definitely not going to be Doku. So it's going to. I don't think it's going to be Bacola either. So, I mean, guys, any suggestions in the chat outside of Mohamed Kudus? What are we thinking? Who do you think we could go for? Florian Wirtz is another one. I don't see him leaving Leverkusen either. They'd ask for massive money as well. Poch doesn't want Kudus. They consider a lot of aspects before targeting a player. You know, absolutely, brother, absolutely. Chelsea, Chiesa possibly. I mean, Chiesa's not been the same since he had a big injury. Lukaku is not injured. He's just been difficult. Yes, big up, my guy. I was annoyed Enzo took the penalty. I knew he'd miss. Argentines are the worst for penalties. Yeah, but they still won the World Cup final on penalties, though. So they can't be that bad. Give Gallagher a run in that number 10 role if we don't sign anyone. We might not have any choice. It will be Johnson, I'm afraid, because he can play striker. But he's played striker a few times. I mean, let's talk about following Balogun as well, by the way, people. Agree, defender. He was a monster in the Euros, brilliant player. Balogun, he's a pure goal scorer. I don't understand why some are against him. I don't think people are against him, but again, he's not totally proven. I think that's a fair thing to say. He's not totally proven. He had a very good season on loan at Reims in France last year. I think he got 21 goals in Liga. But for some reason, Arsenal don't want him. And I'm convinced that he's a lot better than Eddie Nketiah. So I don't really know where we're going with this one right now. But he's definitely better than Eddie Nketiah for me. Definitely better than Nketiah. Play who we have. This guy from Sporting, Pedro Gonzalez. They won the World Cup with penalties. Yeah, they did. Please don't entertain selling Santos. No, Santos won't be sold, but there's a chance he goes on loan, people. Cherki is an option, but supposedly his character who's... Look, the Cherki thing is like, there were quite hot links, and then the links were pretty dead for Cherki. But now, I'm not saying they're coming back, but it appears that there seems to be a few more people clamoring for him. But at the same time, I still don't see it. I still don't see it for me. I still don't see it. It's kind of mad. I don't see Cherki happening. I didn't see Cherki happening at all. We're looking for a creative type that can help the attack and that can play in multiple different spots. So, I mean, look, Cherki does tick those boxes, and particularly. But the problem is, though, guys, it looks like we're going for another. It looks like we're going to be going for another. What do you call it? Another sort of young, up and coming player. The problem is, we need goals, and we need them right now. That is the issue, people. We need goals and we need them right now. And these kind of youngsters, your Brennan Johnsons, your Bacolas, your Cherkis, talents, sure. But they're not giving us goals right now. And we need goals right now. Like, we need someone that's going to be much closer to a finished article than some of the names that we're being linked with. And this is the problem, guys. We need goals. I really like this team. I think it's exciting. I think there's a lot of potential there. But the problem is that we still look like we don't have many goals in the team. And that is the issue. Jackson's raw. I like him. But to me, Nicholas Jackson, I don't know. Look, I know he's playing as a 9 and he probably is a centre forward, but I get the feeling that he looks better as maybe he's better as an inside forward that likes to cut in from the left. I don't know necessarily if Jackson is an out-and-out 9. Is he going to... He could develop into one, sure, but is he going to be... Has he got that ruthless streak in him? Has he got that finishing ability? That can he stick the ball in the back of the net? You know, we're going to need someone that can... Basically, right now, we're relying on Nicholas Jackson to try and get us 15 to 20 goals in the Premier League. And right now, for a first season, that's just... If we're being honest, that's just totally unrealistic. It really is. So I don't know what we do at this point. Lukaku's is a big no. I don't look at Jackson as an out-and-out striker. I think he's, as I said, more of an inside forward that likes to come in, drift in off the left. So right now, people, I'm really unsure, and I don't know what options we're going for. I think it's clear it is going to be someone that is not being talked about in the media right now, that we've not been linked with. I mean, maybe we go back for Rayan Cherki. Who knows? But I'd be surprised at this point in time if that did happen. But then with Chelsea, people, you cannot rule anything out. You absolutely cannot rule anything out. But what's kind of weird is that we want someone... this Daily Mail article still saying that... let's have a quick look. Same article saying that Michael Elise remains a Chelsea target, but the 50 million rated winger is thought to prefer Tottenham and recently signed a new deal at Crystal Palace. Like, the Elise thing is still kind of mad. I'm not really sure what was going on there. We were moving a little bit mad on that one. I don't really know what happened in that situation. It's mad. Yeah, it's kind of mad. It is mad. But would Antonio of West Ham be obtainable? It's just not the answer. It's just not the answer. Maddison would have been great for us. Kulusevski has only just signed for Tottenham permanently. That's not going to happen. Argentina lost back-to-back Copa America finals to Chile, and Enzo missed a penalty at the World Cup. Did Enzo miss a penalty in the World Cup final? I don't think he did. No, Kulusevski is not leaving, no. If it was Kudus or Cherki, we would have moved already. With City going for Doku, maybe we get the guy from Leon, Barcola. But again, PSG are in the driving seat and they're ahead of us on this one. Like, Elise would have been perfect, for my opinion, because it would have been someone that can play 10 and can play wide, creative. But again, we need goals, people, and goals is the hardest thing to find. And I don't know where the goals are coming from. That is the big issue. Where are these goals coming from, guys? That's the issue we've got right now, because with Nkunku out of the team, Nkunku, I think, would have got us a decent amount of goals. But to be honest, we don't know how many goals he would have got us. That's the thing. How many goals would Nkunku have got us? We don't really know right now. But at the same time, it's going to be one of those where we have to deal with his absence, and we're going to have to find a slightly different way of playing. And it's going to require other players to step up. It's going to require Mudryk to step up and bang goals. It's going to require Sterling to step up and bang goals in. It's going to require Madueke to contribute goals. It's going to require maybe Enzo Fernandez to chip in with some goals from midfield. It's going to require a lot of guys to step up and contribute goals that they haven't done so far in their Chelsea careers. It's, yeah. Look, I'll be honest, it's a big concern for me. Yes, we need to be more clinical in front of goal, and we have created opportunities. It's not like we're not creating opportunities to score. We are creating opportunities, but again, we're lacking that clinical touch in front of goal. Danny Ings, absolutely no. Doesn't even get in the West Ham team. Broja could play for under 21 soon. Yeah, potentially. I also think yesterday we made poor mistakes yesterday for sure. We are applying pressure on Nkunku when he's a solid player, but he's not played in the Prem yet. No, agreed. We need Vlahovic to finish off those chances. I mean, Johan Visser's, maybe. I mean, Brian and Mbuemo's decent as well. For me, I think we wait till, we need someone now, but I think the big thing has got to be to get Ivan Toney in January if we can as well. But we need someone now. And that is the big issue, guys. Who do we go and get now? Who is going to add some creativity and goals to Chelsea right now? I'm not talking about potential and they might do it in a couple of years. We've got a lot of those. We need to add some experience at the top end of the pitch. Someone that knows how to put the ball in the back of the net. Vlahovic, again, The only way we're going to get Vlahovic is if this Lukaku swap deal comes back. We're not going to get Vlahovic for pure cash. We absolutely aren't. Papu Gomez, I don't know. Kvaratskhelia and Osimhen, yeah, let's do it. No, I don't think so. Tony wants Liverpool or Arsenal. No, he said that he's been a Liverpool fan all his life and he liked Arsenal growing up. Maybe we should give Lukaku one more chance. No, brother, absolutely not. I only see one player in apart from a keeper. Mate, Shano, I tend to agree with you, mate. I look, with Chelsea, never say never, and you can never rule anything out in the transfer market with how they've been moving in the window. But at the same time, for me, it'll be this goalkeeper from the MLS, and then it will be, well, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see who it's going to be. But yeah, it's kind of looking peak for us. I can't lie. It's not looking good. We have an entire scouting department working for the club. They need to look outside the box, but they must change that age bracket. I agree. Players are not the problem. The formation is the problem. Brother, I disagree. That maybe we might be better in a back four potentially, but I disagree in the fact that the system is not going to make us put the chances away. That's my point. If we set up with a back four, it doesn't suddenly mean we're taking all our chances. Like, taking chances has been a massive problem for us for a long, long time. Mitrovic could have potentially been decent. Maybe we go back for Lautaro. I don't think so. What else have we got going on here? Ivan Toney, you don't think he plays a little slow? No, I don't think so. I'm a massive fan of his. I think it's clear that we're not allowed to sign. Tony's not allowed to sign for anyone right now. I think that's clear. Systems doesn't matter. No, exactly. This is the point, guys. Look, I'm not an advocate for this back three system. I want to make that clear. I think we need to go to the back four like we did in pre-season. But the system doesn't make you put your chances away. Whether it's 5 at the back, 6 at the back, 7 at the back. If you get a good goal scoring opportunity, the system doesn't make you score goals or put the chances away. Look, we're interested in Rafinha, but he's one of the key men at Barca. Marcus Thuram went to Inter Milan on a free transfer, so that's off the table as well and not happening. By the way, guys, 138 people in the building, only 76 likes. Let's get that to 100 likes, guys. Come on, people. Let's get another 24 likes in the building here, guys. Hover over that thumb button, get this to 100 likes. It's great interacting with you. It's free content on my behalf. It's all good fun. I love it. But please do me one favor, or 2 favors actually. Get this up to 100 likes, 20 more likes. And people, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're closing in on 6K. We need 33 more subscribers, guys. Even if you can get 3 more and knock it down to 30, that would be a start. But if you're locked in now and you've not hit that subscribe button, please click the subscribe button. It massively helps me out. And let's go on this journey together. Become part of the community, guys. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. That would be greatly appreciated. Let's get as close to 6K as we can tonight. And so, yeah, we're not going to get your boy Tony. No, mate. Until it's fully closed, I've got the book slightly open. The book's slightly open still for me. I'm not going to give up until it's impossible. Don't know much about Goncalves. Ivan Toney will go to the biggest bidder. No need to panic. We have a good team and manager. It will take time. No, it will take time for sure, but it doesn't move away the fact that we desperately need goals in a team right now, because I don't trust anyone in the side to be a regular source of goals at this point in time. Maybe a few more surprises and outgoings and they might get a striker in, but Poch seems set on Jackson and Broja. He does. No, we're not going to have a bloated squad again because a lot of players are going to leave on loan and a few more will certainly also be sold. But again, it's interesting. It's interesting. Look, for me, following Balogun could be a potential option for Chelsea. Look, again, he fits the profile, young. He's proven he can score goals. Not the most Premier League experience. That's absolutely clear. So this is from Ben Jacobs on this Balogun stuff. Look, if we could get Balogun, I wouldn't be massively against it, but I just don't know how much, again, it moves the needle. It's another person that needs time to settle in, another one that is going to need some development, etc. He's not going to come in and score goals straight away, in my opinion. But Ben Jacobs saying that Chelsea sources still indicate they're not actively pursuing Juventus's Dusan Vlahovic, but they have discussed Arsenal's following Balogun. Now, Balogun's an interesting one. 2 years left on his contract at Arsenal. I like him as a player. He's got talent. He's got potential. He knows where the back of the net is. 21 goals on loan in France. I'd say he's better than Amanda Broja. But is he going to come in and score goals for Chelsea straight away? And my answer to that question, in all respect, is probably not. Probably not. Look, it's clear that Balogun doesn't have a future at Arsenal. That's absolutely clear, in my opinion. But at the same time, like, what are we thinking, people? What are we saying? Like, is this the best answer on? Is this the best option on the market? Is this the best answer? I don't know. I'm really unsure. Whatever striker we get will be under big pressure. Yeah, absolutely. Tony starts training in September. Yeah, back with the team. He does. Yeah, back at Brentford. I think we'll get somebody completely random that's not been mentioned yet. I hope it's an older player. Yeah, I think we will get someone random that's not been mentioned. Aren't we just making the same mistakes as last season, making huge amounts of signings with lack of cohesion within the squad? But basically, we've revamped the whole squad in the space of a year. And that's going to take time to gel. It's going to take time to gel. Let Santos go out on loan. That'll be a superb option for his development as well for Chelsea. We're not going to sell him. Thing is, for the money we want to spend, we're not getting an experienced forward in. No, we're probably not. If we plan to hoof it up in panic like we did yesterday, then Balogun won't help. Hope we don't get. We're not going to get Greenwood. No. As long as it's not Balogun, I don't care who we sign. I don't. I don't think there's a best answer in the current market. No, there's not. And that's the biggest issue, is that if there was an obvious answer in the market, then I think Chelsea would have gone and done it. Of course, you know, you say that we're talking about Kudus is definitely for me, Kudus is the standout option in that number 10 right wing sort of hybrid solution that we're looking to go for. That is absolutely the right thing that option for us. And I really do hope that the club goes back in for him. But at the same time, I just don't really see it happening. But apparently we're not pursuing Vlahovic. What happened to Lautaro Martinez? He's still at Inter Milan, and those links went very, very quiet. So yeah, it's an interesting one on that front. But those links certainly did go very, very quiet. There's no two ways about it. This obsession on younger players at Chelsea is very worrying. Didn't do Arsenal any favours over the years either. Look, I think we've got a very good squad. There's no two ways about it. But the trade-off for that is that all these youngsters are going to take time to develop, and it's not going to be an instant success. And we have to accept that. But it doesn't mean that we can't win football matches and do well this season. But I think this is the thing here, is that it looks like whoever comes in is probably not going to be a regular source of goals. And like Mudryk, Madueke, and Sterling, they're going to have to step up. They're going to have to hit the ground running, and they're going to have to contribute from the off. They're going to have to contribute. And the big answer is, can these guys contribute? I don't think. No, I can't see it. I can't see it. Yes, big up my guy. We were rotting our back line as a joke yesterday. Yeah, defense was poor yesterday. Best I've seen Sterling play yesterday. Yeah, absolutely wasn't a Chelsea shirt 100%. Look, Balogun's another one of those. Arsenal are going to be wanting, what, £50 million plus? I mean, probably £50 million for suitors, you know, outside the Premier League. And then if it's us coming to the door, they're going to demand more than £50 million. And I just think if they're going to be spending £50 million, I think we can spend 50 mil in a better way. That's just my opinion on it. I think we could definitely spend 50 mil in a better way, people. There's no two ways about it in my mind. I think we could spend 50 million pounds in a better way. But you know, let's wait and see on that one. Let's wait and see on that one. But Balogun is certainly an option that's been mooted about. It's been banded around. It's certainly an option that is being considered by the club. They've discussed following Balogun. So let's wait and see what happens. But cheeky bid for Callum Wilson. Look, I'm a big fan of Andrey Santos, but at this stage of his career, he needs regular football. Look, he's good enough to be part of the Chelsea squad now, but I don't know if it's going to be best served for his development to go out on loan and not play. Go out on loan might be better for him to play week in, week out. I reckon it would be Johnson, but not for 50 mil now. If he was 30 mil, then okay. Look, I don't see Chelsea paying 50 mil for Brennan Johnson, but you just never know, guys. I'm not too worried with our current squad. We still need Lavia and Caicedo, who both didn't have much match fitness just yet. Yeah, look, I get that, but having Lavia and Caicedo in the side doesn't solve our goal scoring issues, and it doesn't make us score more goals either. It doesn't make us take our chances. So it's going to be a problem. It is going to be a problem. That's the issue. It's going to be a problem, guys. I can't lie. I can't lie. It's not ideal. It isn't ideal, really, guys. Balogun, let's wait and see. It looks like Vlahovic is dead, but don't rule it out. In terms of any other actual strikers, I've literally got no idea. Literally got no idea who could come in as centre forward, people. No idea whatsoever. But the game's the game. We're gonna have to wait and see what happens on that front, guys. But it's going to be an interesting one, people. It is certainly going to be an interesting one to see who comes in. But I couldn't tell you who's going to come in. I literally couldn't tell you who's going to come in because I've got no idea. I've got absolutely no idea, guys. But yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know. I absolutely agree on this. Mudryk needs a run of games. He absolutely does. He needs a run of games so we can actually see what he can do. And I know people are mocking his performance at West Ham yesterday. He actually did do a couple of good things, but that doesn't sort of make people's chat. It doesn't suit the agenda, as it were. So yeah, let's wait and see, people. But I don't know. It's a tough one. By the way, guys, 5 more likes to 100 likes, people. Let's get this to 100 likes, guys. Up this to 100 likes. Last 4 likes for 100 likes. And guys, we're still 3 subscribers away from 5.97. Come on, people. Let's get these last 3 subscribers knocked off and at least hit 5.97 if we're not going to hit the 6K tonight. If you're not subscribed, guys, please hit that subscribe button right now. It massively helps me out. It takes seconds. Your support is greatly appreciated. And, it's going to help me on the way to 6K. We're within touching distance of 6K now. So make sure you do hit that subscribe button, guys. And let's get to 5.97, people, because we can do this, guys. You're all great people. Let's get this done, guys. It takes seconds to click it. It helps me out. It's free. 3 more subscribers to 5.97. And there's only 30 subs to go from there. Let's get it done, people. It'll be a last-minute job, I think. Amari Hutchinson's gone on loan to Ipswich for the season. Have a look at Santiago Jimenez at final. He's a young goal machine of Mexico, 6 foot, physically strong, 23 goals in 42 games. Yeah, I'll have a look. Scoring goals have been our problem for years. Yeah, it absolutely has. Amari's on loan. Too bad we never had an eye for Isaac when he came. Yeah, he would have been great. Dybala would have been amazing. Those were just rumours in the end. Agree, Callum Wilson will be good. We're not going to sign Callum Wilson, I don't think. If Mudryk doesn't get minutes, will he leave? No, I don't think so. How about Jamie Vardy for goals? I'll be honest. Vardy in the Prem's done, I think, now. I'll be real. Start Mudryk versus Luton. Absolutely has to. I never thought we'd get to the point when we miss having a Loic Remy. Do you know what we need, right? Someone like a Loic Remy. Someone like a Demba Ba. That sort of a signing. Problem is, there's not many of those around. You need like a Loic Remy, a Demba Ba kind of signing. That is what we're looking for, people. That is what we're looking for. What a player like that. That is exactly what we need. So let's wait and see. I'm absolutely convinced that Pochettino will improve this group of players. Will improve as a team and will improve as individual players as well. And I do remain confident for this season, people. And it won't be a repeat of last season. The fitness and the mentality is clearly improved. And the performances, despite the results, have also improved. Like, the single point we've got on the board doesn't reflect the performance levels that we have shown. I don't know if there's any decent strikers out there just now. Or there are, but not ones that are going to come to us. But, yeah, I mean, do you know what's mad, right? We haven't replaced Diego Costa. And that's the reality of the situation. We have not replaced Diego Costa. And that is the problem. That is the issue, people. If Chelsea do well this season, we should sign Salah. I mean, yeah, but that's never going to happen. Salah's not going to come back to Chelsea. What's Andy Carroll up to? I think he's playing for Reading. Balogun, this guy, but to be fair, Balogun is way better than Nketiah. I don't know what Arteta sees in Nketiah, but Balogun is definitely better than Nketiah in my opinions. Che Adams. Now, we're not scraping the barrel that badly, and he's on his way. He's on his way to Everton. But yeah, that's what happened to Joao Felix. Nothing. He's at Atletico Madrid. No one wants him. And yeah, that's kind of it. But he's not the answer for me. He absolutely isn't the answer for me, guys. In my opinion, he's not the answer. So we need to steer clear of the Joao Felix. It would just be a backward signing if we decided to go for that. It would be a backward signing. No two ways about it. It would 100% be a backward signing. But yeah, I mean, let's wait and see, guys. Let's wait and see what happens. But something desperately needs to happen, and something needs to happen very quickly. That is very, very clear. Something quickly needs to happen, people. We are truly, Lord have mercy. I mean, look, but if we're being honest, though, Fofana needed to go on loan. Was Daktari Fofana really going to get us goals? Probably not, if we're being totally honest. Felix is not going to get us goals. No, he's not. Felix is not prolific goal scorer, despite what people think. He's a good footballer on the eye. He's got talent and ability. He's not a prolific goal scorer. He's got one season in his career where he's hit double figures, and that was at Benfica. One season, people. You know, that's what I'm saying on this Felix hype. We need to stop. Yeah, but that's not saying much, is it? That's more of an indictment on how shit everyone else was, as opposed to how good Joao Felix was. To be fair, we can't really know, bro, as he barely played that tree, but he wasn't going to score. Felix doesn't work hard enough for the team. Fair enough. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, people. But I mean, yeah, we need wingers that can create and score goals. Yeah, Sterling's going to be that, but he's not done it yet. He's had a good start to the season, sure. Mudryk is not that guy as of yet. Madueke is not that guy as of yet. And then those are the only options we've got. This is what I'm talking about, people. Pulisic was always injured, wanted to leave Chelsea. The player signed needs to fit Poch's system. Absolutely. And that's, for me, why I'm going to keep on banging this Mohamed Kudus drum, guys, is because he is perfect for what we're looking for. Scores goals. European experience, Champions League experience, versatile, can play 10, forward, right wing, good age. The only downside is he's going to the Cup of Nations and we'll be losing 2 players to the African Cup of Nations. But at the same time, like, I'm not sure why we aren't doing it. I don't know why we're not going for it. I really don't, in my opinion. But, it is what it is. The club have obviously got ideas that, we don't know about yet. And let's wait and see. And let's wait and see what happens, people. Let's wait and see what happens. But at the end of the day, it's going to be one of them, isn't it? It's going to be one of them. Well, we're not going to know what happens. Doku would have been great for us. I really feel Doku would have been great for us. But at the same time, it's just one of them where we've missed out on him. Bakola's another one where that doesn't get us goals now. It might get us some creativity, but he's young, he's raw, he's 20. Mitrovic would have been a good idea. We are short in wingers. Kudus ticks the boxes. No, we're not nostalgia FC. Plus, Tammy is ACL injury out. Mitrovic would have been sick. Yeah, he's gone off to Al Hilal to play with Neymar. Fair play. Go and secure the bag, my brother. But yeah, it is what it is, guys. We're struggling. We are struggling for goals. And we're struggling in terms of options on the market, in terms of, options that fit what we're looking to do. And I don't know if we know what we're looking to do. That is the issue, people. What are we trying to do? Guys, I know I've banged on a bit. There's still 114 of us locked in the building, which is massive and massively appreciated. Guys, we're still looking for those 3 subscribers to hit the 5.97k. Come on, people, be generous. It's free. It massively helps me out. It doesn't make any difference to you. You get to see all the content when it comes up. But yeah, if you just click that subscribe button, guys, come on. Let's hit the 5.97. We're 3 subscribers from 5.97. Let's get it done, guys. Come on. 3 of you lovely people. Let's do it. It's free. It takes less than 10 seconds. And you'd be doing me a big solid, and we'd be growing the channel, and you become part of the great community that is being built here. So please do that. If you're locked in now and you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And let's run the likes up as well, guys. We're on 106 likes, 107 likes now. Let's try and get to 120 likes, people. So if you're not smashed the like button, hover over that thumb, give it a click. It massively helps out. So please do that, guys. West Ham putting another bid in for Kudos. We need to stop. What do you think of Amin Guri of Rennes? He's a very talented playmaker, has more experience. I'll be honest, mate, I don't know much about him. How about Chiesa? Not for me. Yeah, Hazard is nostalgic. Like, if anyone's saying Eden Hazard is saying purely for nostalgic reasons, they're not saying it for footballing reasons. That is the reality of the situation. It is not being said for footballing reasons. Hazard's been washed since he left Chelsea, unfortunately, and it pains me to say that, but he has been washed since he left Chelsea. We need to move forward, exactly. But yeah, guys, only time will tell. But we need someone that's going to score goals. We need someone that's going to come in and make an instant impact. And youngsters like Bacola are not going to make an instant impact and move the needle straight away like we need the needle to be moved. We need someone that's equally as good as a 10, as a right wing, as creative, and has an eye for goal. All boxes that Mohamed Kudus ticks. But for whatever reason, we don't seem to be going in for him. So it is what it is. Let's wait and see what happens. Absolutely not. Calvert-Lewin does more fashion shoots than he plays football matches these days. He's injured again. Have a look at Vaclav Cherny. His FREF stats are mad. How about that central striker for Croatia? What, Rebic, is it? We need someone to put the 9 on and beat the curse. No one's putting the 9 on, but we need someone to put the ball in the back of the net. That is exactly what we need. Someone to put the ball in the back of the fucking net. I always thought that Almeida was a defensive midfield, was a central midfield player. But again, I mean, there must be a reason why no one's going for him. He's playing in the MLS, right? No disrespect to that. Eze is a shout. Eze would be a baller. Eze is a cold baller. I'm a massive fan of Eberechi Eze. I mean, look, I think the relationship with Palace is not the best. I think that much is clear after the Elise debacle. But maybe if we put some money on the table for him, let's wait and see what happens, people. He's a baller. Love him at Chelsea. City were linked to him. Maybe. I mean, we do some shopping in the MLS. Let's see. I would agree, no chance for Eze, but we can hope. And you know what the mad thing with Chelsea is? You can't really necessarily rule anything out in the transfer window. That is the mad thing about us. You really can't rule anything out because you just don't know what the club are going to do. You just don't know what we're going to do. Again, I'm a massive fan of Evan Ferguson, but the problem is, though, we don't want to go back and deal with Brighton. Certainly not this summer. Maybe in a few years' time. But yeah, he's certainly, if he continues his development, he's the closest thing to Harry Kane, in my opinion, that's coming through at the moment. Almiron did come there. Whilst we believe the 9 is a problem, our mentality can't be right. The players already know it's a problem. But let's move away from attackers, guys. We're going to wait and see what happens. Let's briefly talk about this goalkeeping situation. I mean, RD, if you're still in the chat, bro, what do you know about this Petrovic goalkeeper? Because we are now getting closer. Chelsea are closing in on an £11.8 million deal to sign New England Revolution keeper Georgia Petrovic. Petrovic is regarded as one of the best goalkeepers in the MLS, and Chelsea are confident of wrapping up a deal before the transfer window shuts on Friday of next week. Yeah, again, guys, I brought this to you the other day when the news broke. Anyone in the chat know anything about Petrovic? Supposedly the best goalkeeper in the MLS. He's 23 years of age. He's not going to be good enough right now to challenge Robert Sanchez, but he's someone that can develop and can certainly reach a stage where he'll be ready to challenge Robert Sanchez. But look, I think for number 2 goalkeeper, it's a shade under £12 million. Considering the market, considering what's out there, it's not terrible. It's not terrible in my opinion. Excuse me. If you consider what's out there, it really isn't that bad. So yeah, let's wait and see on that front. But it's an interesting one, guys. It is an interesting one. But yeah, people, what are your thoughts? Does anyone know? Pedro Neto of Wolves would be, again, as an exciting player, would be a good signing. We know that Wolves are in financial issues and will need to sell. So yeah, why not? Matt Turner came from the MLS as well. Yeah, he's on to Forest. He will replace Sanchez quickly. The voices in my head told me. But yeah, look, Petrovic, versatile keeper apparently. I don't know anything about him, but I think for a number 2 goalkeeper and for 12 million quid, considering the market, considering the options, considering what else we need to urgently address, I think this is a good deal. I think this will be a good deal, and will absolutely be worth getting done. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know anything about him, because I know absolutely nothing about him. I'd never heard of him until the rumours came out on Friday that we put a bid in for him. So yeah, it is what it is. Let's wait and see what happens. But we are closing in on him, and that'll be the goalkeeper situation sorted for a new replacement. Kudos. I mean, mate, the hype round Golovin was mad as well, but that seems to have died down a little bit now. I think Kudos is probably a better player than him, if I'm being totally honest. But you know, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens on it, guys. But yeah, that's just the latest update on Petrovic. I don't think anyone really knows too much about him. So yeah, you know, it is what it is. But it looks like the new goalkeeper should be in this week, and that deal will be done and dusted. Should be very easy to get done. Very easy to get done. So that is kind of the latest on that. Yeah, the run of games in December is peak for us. It is, but we don't want to worry about that just yet. We don't want to worry about that just yet. That's for certain. We really don't want to do that. League One club Portsmouth are pushing to sign Tino Annurin on loan. I mean, I've kind of forgotten he was even at Chelsea, if we're being perfectly honest. What else have we got popping off? Balogun. Let's bring this up, guys. Before I round out, I just wanted to bring this up on Balogun. He replaced Matt Turner in New England. Fair. No, we can't just throw money at the team. It doesn't always work. It's going to take time. What else have we got popping off? I just wanted to bring this up from Expected Chelsea, who's always pretty good on Twitter with his analysis and things like that. Let's just bring it up what he's saying on following Balogun. So, for those asking about Balogun, his numbers are spectacular. He ticks almost every single box you want a striker to tick. Looks great on the eye test as well. He's ready to shine now. However, in a team with so many young attackers, I don't know where he fits. Remember the 3 boxes I said every centre forward should tick? Balogun smashes all of them. High volume shooter, gets in dangerous positions, and gets on the end of great chances. Those are star level traits. However, if he plays centre forwards, what happens to Nico? If Nico plays left wings, what about Mudryk? And above all, as good as Balogun is, and he is very, very good, I don't know if signing him might hamper our chances of getting Evan Ferguson. Ferguson is the Enzo of strikers, a comet in the sky. We should pursue other centre forwards only if it's 100% certain we cannot get him. I mean, Expected Chelsea thinks he could get us 20 goals a season. I'm not sure on that. We need to score goals now. We need to add goal scorers. This is just to get us. This is just to get us the top 5. We need to add goal scorers to get us into the top 5 right now. And that's what I'm saying, guys. We need to add goal scorers to get us in the top 5. Not worrying about firing us to trophies and all that sort of thing. If we don't find a goal scorer, we're going to struggle to get into the Champions League, and that's the reality of the situation that we're facing right now. I just wanted to bring something up on Callum Hudson-Odoi, the sort of the forgotten man. Yes, he is still at Chelsea. For whatever reason, a move away for him hasn't materialised yet. But there's our Cancella in the standard. Fulham faced renewed competition for Chelsea winger Callum Hudson-Odoi after Everton and Nottingham Forest entered the race to sign the winger. Chelsea are frustrated. Fulham will not pay the $8 million asking price. The 22-year-old has verbally agreed terms over a move to Craven Cottage and is desperate to leave Chelsea to get his career back on track. He is willing to take a significant pay cut to leave Stamford Bridge. Considering Fulham have just received about 50 million quid for Callum Hudson for Mitrovic from Al Hilal, the fact they can't seem to put £8 million on the table for Callum Hudson-Odoi, which is practically giving him away, if we're being honest, that's basically giving him away for free. That's literally giving him away almost. I don't know why they're not putting $8 million on the table. I don't know why they're not paying it. 22 years of age, still so much potential. Could go and rebuild his career somewhere. like Fulham would be great. It'd be a real talent. They're losing Damari Gray to Saudi. Sorry, they're going to miss out on Damari Gray. He's going to go to Saudi, I think. It's kind of mad. Like, why are Fulham not putting 8 million quid on the fucking table for what do you call it? For Hudson-Odoi? I don't get it. Hopefully they will put it on the table and hopefully it will get done. But it's certainly a strange one. It is certainly a strange one, guys. I don't know. I don't know why, but Hudson-Odoi is edging closer to leaving Chelsea. He's not going to play for Chelsea. So we have to wait and see what's going to happen. But yeah, that's just a brief update on him. Fulham need to cough up. It's 8 million quid. Just put the money on the table, guys. The player's yours, and we can move on. Simple as that. Yeah, that's gone. That's gone. He's not going to play for Chelsea again. That's the reality of the situation. That's the reality. Yeah, done deal. Done deal. Yeah, the Lazio interest is gone, mate. The Lazio interest is gone. But yeah, it is what it is right now, guys. Callum Hudson-Odoi on his way out of the club, but we're just waiting for Fulham or someone else to stump up 8 million quid, which really shouldn't be that difficult to do. Really shouldn't be that difficult to do. I don't know why. I don't know why it would be such an issue. It's a strange one. Absolutely, it is a strange one. But you know, such is life, such is the market. You know, let's wait and see. Nkunku's injury can be detrimental for us. Lack of goals is just killing us. I'd be really interested to know if we would have actually scored more goals with Nkunku in the side. Yes, he's more creative, but would he make us score more chances? Quite possibly, yes, if he gets on the end of them. But it's still a big presumption. It's still a big presumption. And we're putting a lot of pressure on Nkunku when he comes back. Obviously, I don't know anything about him, but he's not going to be displacing Sanchez straight away. I didn't say he can't. I'm just saying he's not coming in as the number one goalkeeper. I think we had Nkunku, we would score. For me, the standout players on tour, and then Nkunku, Mudryk, Martin, Santos, Casadei, and Jackson. Yeah, no, they were, but again, the preseason is hard to go by. People, it is hard to go by. So we wait and see what happens. But yeah, I do agree on that. I don't know why Fulham aren't paying up. It's not full panic stations yet, but I do really worry where the goals are coming from in this side. I do really worry. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens on that front, guys. But yeah, we desperately need goals, big time. We desperately need goals, and let's see where they come from. Let's see where they come from. We did, yep. He scored. He was a top goal scorer for Leipzig in the Bundesliga last season, even though he missed out on a large chunk of the season through injury. So yeah, it is what it is, people. But guys, I think I am going to round this one up. Please, on your way out, 2 favors: smash the likes. Let's get this to 130 likes if we can. We're on 119 right now. If you're locked in now, make sure you smash a like on your way out. It would be greatly appreciated. And guys, we still haven't hit that 5.97. I've banged on about it. It's not happened yet. We're still 2 subscribers away. So if 2 of you could click the subscribe button on the way out, it would be greatly appreciated. So please hit the subscribe button on the way out. Smash the likes on the way out, guys. If you can, spread the word to friends, family, get them to subscribe. Do it on their phones. They don't have to watch the content. But yeah, if you've got any friends or family that aren't subscribed, grab their phones and subscribe on their behalf. But yeah, people, big up to every single one of you. I'll be back tomorrow. Let's hope for some positive news in the transfer market. Big up yourselves. Come on, Chelsea. Bring some good attacking players in. 2 weeks in the window left. Up the Chelsea. Smash a like, subscribe. Catch you lot tomorrow. Peace out, people.